Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you again to my YouTube channel. By the way, let me say Happy New Year. And I'm quite sure that by the special grace of God, 2023 is going to be a very wonderful year for each and every one of us. You are welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yomi Adu, the CEO of Europe Travels and Tours. As you can see behind me, where we are today is Sea Coach Terminal in Freetown. And I'll be having an interview with the CEO of this massive and a very great company, a maritime company here in Sierra Leone, Freetown. Okay, so we'll go to different sections of the place as we always do. We'll go to the reception, the VIP section. We'll go to different sections in this place. It is a maritime business they're having here. If you are coming to this country, Sierra Leone, there is no way you will not go through Sea Coach. You know, they have different boats. So, and they even have a shuttle from Sierra Leone to Guinea, to Conakry in Guinea. So we'll go into all that. So, but as we are right now, just follow me. Let's go to the waiting room. Then from there, we'll go to the hall. Okay, guys, so this is the place for booking tickets. You know, you need to, as you can see, passengers are waiting. They want to book a ticket to their destination. So it may be Conakry, it may be Leone International Airport. And this is the waiting room. There's a small kitchen here, or a restaurant. So while waiting to board, you can, you know, have a kind of refreshment, take drinks. So you can see these are the luggage of the travelers, so they are here. Then after here, you can see this is the waiting hall. This is the waiting hall. Then from here, we'll be going to the VIP lounge. I want you to also see what is happening. Okay, guys, so this is the VIP lounge. The VIP lounge. So I want to go inside right now. Okay, so I'm inside the lounge right now. So there is a bar. You know, while you are waiting to board, we have a competent staff who will attend to you. You need refreshment, you need drinks, and even while waiting, you can even watch TV while you are waiting. So I believe, okay, we have conveniences too for men and also for women. And this place is so spacious. It's so spacious. Now, hi guys, so it's a spacious place and it is very, very good. Air-conditioned place, and I believe once you are here, you will enjoy yourself. Even while eating, you can see the ocean view from this side of the lounge. Okay, so this is the ticketing points if you are going to Guinea. Okay, so those who are going to Guinea, as you can see, their loads are here. So when you are going to Guinea, this is the point, this is the room where you will come to make your bookings. I tell you, there's an assurance your properties are safe, they are secured, because we have important staff, very important staff, capable, that are handling all the items that you are bringing in, your luggages. So these are the other boats here. This very one is Blessing. That one is Blessing. So this is like the key, the jetty from which passengers always take off from. Now you can see on the other side there are also boats. Okay, so you can see, so whether you are going to Guinea or you are moving from Freetown here to Lungi, so you are safe. So guys, so this is the Atlantic Ocean. Now you can see all the boats, some of the boats over there. Okay, I think the inscription of this one says Latif Sani. Okay, that is Aliko Dangote. Okay, so these are some of the boats, you can see them over there. All right, I tell you, kudos to Sea Coach. Kudos to Sea Coach for this wonderful job they're having here. I'm still in the country of Sierra Leone, and today I'm with a very big personality. He is a father figure in the society, he's a role model to so many people, and he is a Nigerian. And if you have been following my video, you know I always say that Nigerians are doing really, really well in this country called Sierra Leone. So today I'm with, let me say, a big fish, if I'm permitted to use that. I'm with a gentleman in the house today. By the way, sir, you have a very good office, and I'm so happy. Today. By the way, sir, you have a very good office, and I'm so happy. So, sir, I want our viewers to meet you.
Well, my name is Olusegun Bashiru Jaji, and I'm the CEO of Sea Coach Express.
The CEO of Sea Coach Express. That's wonderful. So, sir, I want you to just tell us more about Sea Coach. I'm still going into things about you, but about Sea Coach Express, the business that you do here. So I want our people to know what this business is all about.
Okay, Sea Coach Express was founded in 2008. And 2008, and the main business then was the airport transit. You know, the airport in Sierra Leone is on something you can call an island, actually a peninsula. But going to it by road from the main town takes about 3 to 4 hours. Going by water is much shorter, it takes about 30 minutes. And there was the business opportunity there that we exploited and started Sea Coach, mainly providing airport transit for traveling passengers. The business has since grown to provide many other services like crew transfers, like tours, fishing trips, moderate cargo charges, cargo services, and stuff like that.
Wow, that is interesting. I got something from what you said, sir, and I so much appreciate it. You noticed a problem. That is, you know, from the peninsula where the international airport is, that's Lungi in Sierra Leone. Now, crossing from Lungi or moving from Lungi down to Freetown by road, then you know it always takes hours, and that is a problem actually, because if somebody has been flying for, let's say, 8 hours and you still want them to go on the road again, so you saw it as a problem that could be solved, and God helped you to solve that problem.
Yes, yes.
That is a very, very good one. So I'm so happy about that, sir. I want you to tell us more about yourself. So, yeah, you are a Nigerian, of course.
Yes.
So, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, proudly so. I'm a Nigerian. I was born in Lagos State, Nigeria, to my Nigerian parents. I went to Mayflower Junior School in Ikenne, and from there I went to Federal Government College Enugu, and I also did my A-levels in Federal Government College Odogbolu before I went to University of Lagos, where I did my first and second degree. And of course, I did my youth service in Makurdi. I love to travel, Benue State. And I worked in Union Bank for a little bit before I worked with some other finance companies, and eventually moved to the US, where I stayed for a pretty long time. It was in the US I, became pretty handy.
So for how long were you in US?
Well, I went to the US in 1996. 1996, and I was there before I came here for a good number of years before I came here.
Yeah.
And over there, I worked in different places and, picked up a lot of skill from carpentry to, driving, expert driving, to working in the parking company, working in the real estate company, working in different places. And all those skills are, what are things helping me here today.
Yeah. Sir, do you know that the juicy part of this interview is the fact that you were in the US before coming back to Africa?
Yes.
I have a lot of questions there. Number one, why did you decide to come back? And number two, you are not a Sierra Leonean. Why did you choose Sierra Leone and Sierra Leone above Nigeria?
I didn't choose Sierra Leone above Nigeria. It just so happened that the opportunity came for me to come, to Sierra Leone. I had been in the US for a lot of years, and I had not been to Africa, and I was invited here as a member of a business delegation from City of Philadelphia visiting Sierra Leone. And I remember I had come to just look around and, have some fun. But then we had to use the helicopter to cross. And it was a very scary experience. And we all said, no, when we're going back, we're not going to use the helicopter. So on the way back, we went by the ferry. There's a public ferry here. And the very public ferry was very, very rowdy. Our clothes got stained. It was really, really rowdy and very unorganized.
Wow.
But after coming here the first time, I was in love with Sierra Leone. I wanted to come back again. And when there was a follow-up by one of the members of the team, I decided to join them, and we came back. And on one of those trips, we decided to use the hovercraft. And I think they got a lot of passengers. That was more than the capacity of the hovercraft, so we had to wait for the second batch. And we waited and waited from 3 hours before the hovercraft came and brought passengers. And we thought we were going to just go back, and they told us, no, we have to wait a little bit. It's going to take the other passengers that just arrived and fill up the boat, the hovercraft, to take us back. In total, we were here for about 5 hours.
5 hours.
It was while waiting there that I thought, man, there's got to be an easier way of doing this. And that was where the idea of boats came. And then, so when I arrived here, I met with some people and started asking, what are the facilities that are here? What are the opportunities that are in using a boat? What are the, and of course, as in most African countries, the main problem with lack of facilities, phobia for water, and no one has tried it. Everyone has talked about it, but no one has tried it. So it became a challenge, and when I went back, it basically just consumed me I thought about it all the time, and eventually decided to go ahead and do it. And that is how, I got to come back here and stay here.
Wow. I know, for the sake of the people that are watching us from all over the world, there are a lot of things to learn, but time may not really permit us to go into the details. Now, what do I mean by that? You being a foreigner in Sierra Leone, to have a massive place like this, I know it is not something that is easy, but I believe you have God, and with the assistance of God, and with the help of God and the assistance of men, I know you were able to secure a place like this. So I don't really want us to go into all that. So let me just ask a few questions. Let's talk about the government tax. The tax of the government. You are a foreigner. I hope the tax is not too much on you, sir.
No, I mean, like every business, every business must be responsible because you're enjoying social amenities provided by the government, so you have to pay your fair share. We don't have any tax that is extraordinary or that is different from what any business like we do should be paying. There are a few levies that I think maybe a little reduction might help, but it's nothing excessive. So I say we've enjoyed a conducive environment to a large extent. Yes.
That's lovely. So now with this inspiration, you have started this. Can I ask, who can you say is your role model? Who's your role model? At least I believe you are looking up onto somebody. I remember when I was in secondary school, back then, Professor Wale Soyinka used to be my model. I love that man. That's why I went to study education. I thought I'll be a lecturer by now, but as the fate will have it, I'm into travels and tours, but I'm still enjoying what I'm doing.
Yes.
So, who is your role model, sir?
Well, I think I have a couple of role models, and there are three of them, a couple of them.
Okay.
And there are three main people that I admire very, very much.
Okay.
The late Dr. Taisho Lari, who was the founder of Mayflower School, he prided himself in actually teaching people survival skills. And while some schools had societies like Boys Brigade, Boy Scouts, and things like that, we had Gari Milling Society, we had Cassava Planting Society, we had we have Animal Rearing Society, we have those kind of societies in school, and it just taught you basic things in life. So you get use your hands to actually do actual things. Now my other role models were Richard Branson and Sheikh Mohammed, and I really admire those men for what they've been able to achieve with what they had. They've been able to create things that they're almost like magicians. Use sense and just come up with beautiful ideas and implement it against all odds. I mean, Dubai, a thriving city now, came out from the desert.
Yeah.
And there's a spillover effect, so all the desert Arab countries are now becoming very, very developed based on this man's, ingenuity, basically. So it's very admirable. I admire him. And same goes for Richard Branson, who created Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records. Yeah, no, he's an Englishman. Englishman.
Oh, Richard Branson.
Branson,
yes.
The
Virginia.
Yes. Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Records, and many more. So I admire him very much. So these are my role models.
Wow. That's wonderful. That man, I love it. Richard Branson. I think somebody said he has over 400 businesses.
Different businesses.
Yes.
I mean,
that's wonderful.
He takes pride in training people. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about I think this is a maritime business. So, which aspect of this business is the most challenging for you?
Well, like I said in the beginning, the lack of facilities meant any operator would need to have his own facilities, your own jetties, your own terminal, your own You know, this is not what it is in other countries. You know, modern societies, the government normally build the facilities and you just bring your vessels and run a service.
And that
So having to having to have your own facility, it's a heavy lift. You know, it's makes it a little bit more capital intensive because you have to build your own, maintain it and all that, rather than just pay a fee to use a government owned and managed one. That is one challenge there. But other things were, sometimes the staff, the lack of, available expertise, in country, makes it a little bit hard. But these are not things that cannot be surmounted, and we've been able to handle it pretty well so far.
Wow. I think our African government, they need to wake up.
They definitely do.
Because
they definitely
as you said, sir, if they provide some of these facilities, it will make the business environment very robust for people.
Yes,
then there
more
will be
people
lots of
can
people
do it.
coming into the business.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that. So then you mentioned something about the staff. How many members of staff do you have, sir?
Well, I tell you, Sea Coach has grown from just the boat company here. We also have Sea Coach Express in Lagos.
Lagos.
Yes, we have about 213 staff here in Sierra Leone. We have about close to 50 staff in Lagos, and we also have a boat building factory now called Sierra Craft. They build boats, fabricate boats
in Lagos.
In Lagos, yes, called Sierra Craft. And Sierra Craft has about 40 staff. Recently, we just commenced our first international route, which is Freetown to Conakry, connecting Sierra Leone and Guinea.
Yes.
And that has a few staff. We just started the service now.
Wow. In fact, kudos to you, sir, because
thank you.
The figures you mentioned, 213, 50 something, 40 something, that's over 400. That's over 300 getting to 400. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And I believe you are doing so much well. You are doing well. Yes, you mentioned the next question I have here. That is, you said the first international shuttle. So that was what I wanted to ask. That apart from working or moving in Sierra Leone and in Nigeria, do you have other places that you shot between? So you have already mentioned it. So when did the Conakry shuttle, when did it start?
Well, it started about 2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Yeah. The journey that normally takes about 7 to 10 hours by road now takes about 3 hours on the boat.
Wow.
And the boat goes...
Is it a speedboat?
It's a fast ferry. It's a 200 passenger fast ferry.
100 passengers.
It's 200 passengers.
200
passenger fast ferry. And he leaves in the morning here, gets to Conakry in 3 hours, and waits there till evening before he leaves to come back again. Yes, it is very fast.
Wow.
Very fast.
In fact, so that means as a tourist, if I come to a place like Sierra Leone and I want to go to the neighboring country, Guinea Conakry, it's easy. I don't need to go by air, so I can go by boat. By water.
It is fast, it is safe, it is comfortable, it is reliable, and people love it.
Comfortable and reliable. I believe you guys are listening, you are watching. Okay, so sir, this is on a very jovial mood. When last did you visit Nigeria? You being a Nigerian, so when last did you visit?
Last time I was in Nigeria was about 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Yes. I tend to manage things remotely from here, and I make sure I visit about 7 to 8 times in a year to the facilities over there. I intend to go again in January to visit and meet my guys and do some work with them.
Wow. So sir, if I may ask, your parents are staying in Lagos?
Unfortunately, my parents passed.
Oh my!
My parents passed, but I do have family there. My immediate younger sister is there, and her children, and my step brothers are there and sisters. So yes, I still have family there.
Okay, so finally, with this massive job you are doing in this country, uh, do you have a vision of maybe moving from here to South Africa or shuttling? Because somebody was telling me some years ago, maybe like 20, 25 years ago, they said going from Lagos to South Africa. I have a friend, one Igbo friend. The guy actually traveled from Lagos, Nigeria, to I think Johannesburg in South Africa. He said they were on the water for 2 weeks.
I mean, if you right now, the way you can do that is if you go on a cargo vessel.
Oh,
Yes, it take about maybe 2 weeks to get there. But our dream as a company is to connect more countries in West Africa. West Africa is our target, and believe me, until 2 months ago, when we started this Freetown to Conakry route, there is no organized ferry service connecting any West African country, and it is really sad. Because when you look to Europe, all of the countries on the coast are connected by ferry, by air, and by road.
But it's not happening here. So what's happening to our people?
Here we are connected by road, and it's very congested, and with all the hassles, and by air, which is irregular and unreliable sometimes, overconnected. The sea is the next phase, and Sea Coach is getting poised to do more than just connect these two countries. We intend to take on and gradually connect the bigger, more countries, and have a much more bigger network, providing alternative means of travel for people in these countries.
Wow. So on that note, I want you to advise our brothers and sisters out there in the diaspora. Some of them, I met a woman. She has been in the US for 45 solid years. I always say it on my platform. I don't know why. I'm sorry, 45 years. She's an Igbo woman. She doesn't have anything concrete in Nigeria except maybe a house or a building or whatever in the eastern part of Nigeria. But when you talk about business, she doesn't have. So what advice do you have for our people out there in outside Africa?
I think at some point everybody needs to retrace their steps and come back home. Some people do come and they say, well, they can't find some business. If you're looking for business to do, you will not find it. You got to look for problems to solve.
Thank you.
When you find a problem, you come up with a solution for it, and therein lies the business. And that is how it is. Now, I do understand what obtains in abroad, where there's structure, everything seems to work like a clock, does not work here. You have to learn and gain experience and be prepared, because it is not as it is over there that it is over here. You have to be resourceful and resilient. You have to be ready for the pain. You have to be ready to, use your hands, use your sense, and just get to it. But it is possible. It is doable. It is when all of us find our way back here that we can make things as good as it is over there. So please, find time, do come home to visit. I know you have to be careful. You don't just get into business with people, but don't, because of it, run away and not come. Give it a shot. The world is a global place now. You can be Nigerian and be Sierra Leone. You can be Sierra Leonean and be in Nigeria, or in Ghana, or in Togo, Benin. Come here, find a place that is comfortable for you, and we are all one in the end. This is Africa. Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, thank you so much, sir. In fact, I visited a coffee farm, no, not coffee, tea, a tea farm in Kenya. Sir, over 50 acres owned by Europeans. Literally, I was like, what is happening to us in Africa? These people, yes, we love them, we love Europeans. It's not as if we are trying to put racism into our business or whatever we are doing. If an European could have 50 acres of land here in Africa to plant tea, coffee, that is an African, what stops me from having over 200 acres to do the same business?
Yes.
So there are opportunities in Africa, and our people need to know that they're supposed to come back, trace their roots, as he rightly said. They need to come back to Africa. That is where we all belong. And if we don't develop this Africa, who will develop it
For us, yes. We will.
So thank you so very much,
Very
sir.
welcome.
I
Very welcome.
really appreciate, at least out of your tight schedule, you have given me opportunity to have this video with you. By the way, there is nobody that is coming to Freetown that will not pass through Sea Coast. It is a must, because you're not going to fly over the water. Neither are you going to swim across. No, you need to use Sea Coach to cross over. I remember sometimes ago when I was going, the particular sea coach I use as Aliko Dangote.
Aliko Dangote, yes.
So why did you name it Aliko Dangote?
Well, there are people I admire. I use their names, just like Nelson Mandela, Olusegun Obasanjo, Jonathan Goodluck,
Aliko Dangote.
Yes, Shaka Zulu. You have names of remarkable Africans that have done
remarkable Africans.
Yes, yes.
That's lovely. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
So viewers out there, keep watching Aero Travels and Tours YouTube channel. And if you are yet to subscribe to this community, please, I'm begging you, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Aero Travels and Tours. We're also on TikTok, we're on Facebook. So till I come your way again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomi Adu. Keep watching Aero Travels and